Hello everyone. Today I am going to teach you about how to print a document using C Sharp. So to understand this, you will need the basic knowledge of programming, as well as if you know about C Sharp delegates, then that will be good to understand how this code works. So if you don't know about delegates, don't worry, because you can apply this code wherever you want and do your task. Let's start our tutorial. So now here I have created the Windows Form application. Here I have C Sharp Windows Form application. I have put a text box and a C Sharp button. I have named this text box as txt name. So what I want to do here is when I click this print button, uh, this program should be able to take the text typed inside this text box and print it to a document. So to do that, I have to code inside this print button. So I have to go to this button click event of this print button. So I have already included the code, otherwise it's time consuming. So this is the print button click event area. So these are the main this is the main code. So I have included try catch block for this code, because this code may generate some exceptions. In case of exception, we should be able to catch that exception and display. So that's what we are doing here. So let's see how this code works. First, in the first line, what we are doing is we are creating a new instance of print document class and assign it to a variable called PD, which is created using a print document class. And then we are defining our paper size in the second line, and this line is not essential, but for the demonstration purpose I have included this. If you didn't include this line, it's fine. Then the C Sharp will automatically set the default settings for your page settings. So since I am using a custom paper size as A4, you can give here any name. Then you have to give the width and height of the paper as the second and third parameter of paper size. Then in the third line what we are doing is we are assigning pd underscore print page method, which is in here, to this variable which is inside the print document class. So to understand this line, you will need the knowledge of delegates. So if you don't know about delegates, you can learn it online. There are so many tutorials on delegates, so I'm not going to explain about delegates. And finally, in the fourth line, what we are doing is we are printing our document. This pd.print, this print method is a method inside this print document class. So when we invoke this print only, this pd underscore print page event is invoked and do its tasks. So let's see what's happening inside this pd underscore print page class method. First I will comment this words. Now this code is fine to for printer one page. So here what we are now you have to type your own you have to type this method signature. You have to give parameters. You need to mention these two parameters in your method. Variable called db from print page event tags, and sender variable also. So in here there is a property called graphics inside this print page event tags. So we are getting use of those properties to draw something for our printout or the print document. So in this page what we are doing is in this print page method, what we are doing is we are defining the things that we want to print. So this is how we define. Here we give all the things that we want to print. Here it's like a drawing. We are draw the things and pass it to the print document method to print them. So here ev.graphics.drawString. So drawString is the method to draw something to the printer. So as the first parameter we have to pass what we want to draw. It should be a string. So since we want to print the input given to this text box, we have to get the value of the text box as a string. That's we have done here. txt name is the name of the text box. So dot text dot to string, and as the second parameter we have to give what type of fonts we are using, what type of font we are using. For that we have created a new instance of font class and pass these parameters. As the first parameter we have to give the font name, and as the second parameter we have to give the font size, and as the third parameter we have to give the font style. If you want underline, you can give font style dot underline. Now here I want to bold that text, so I have given here font style dot bold. Then as the third parameter of this drawString class method, we have to pass the color that we want to draw. So here I have used black. You can use any color. There are so many colors to choose. You will see blue or whatever color you want. So I choose black. Then in as the fourth and the fifth parameters, you have to give the location of your text. What is the location you want to print that text. So as the fourth parameter you have to pass the x-axis. As the fifth parameter you have to pass the y-axis. X-axis is like the horizontal position where you want to place your text, and y-axis is like the vertical position where you want to place your text. So after that the print method is completed to print a one page. So let's see whether it's working. You see hello YouTube, and when we click print, I forgot to tell that I am using the Microsoft XPS printer as my default printer. What it does is, uh, if you choose a hardware printer as your default printer, then it will directly give the output to a paper. But here in my room I currently don't have a printer, so for the solution I'm using this XPS document printer. So it will give the printing output to a document. So most of the developers use this Microsoft XPS printer, because otherwise when they are testing their printouts it will waste lots of papers as well as ink. So that's why we are using XPS document printer. So I am saving my printing output to desktop. I will give the name as print A, then save it. Then we can see whether it's printed or not. Now you will see the text we have input in that text box is printed in this document. Now you will remember that I have told you that this code is fine to print only one page, but think that if you have 3 or 4 more than one pages to print, then how you will gonna do it? There are two methods you can do. If you want to print this 2 times, simply you can invoke this print method 2 times. For that you can use a for loop for that print method. But the problem there is you can get the expected output by that method. But the problem is, when you are again and again invoking the print method, the printer will consider those printouts as separate jobs. Now if you want to print 5 pages as a one job, there is a property inside this print page event tasks class. So you have to use that property if you want to print multiple pages as a one job to a printer. Otherwise printer is if you want to page 5 printers, printer is getting 5 jobs. Now if you want to print 5 pages from the first job, you have to use that property. Otherwise your printing will display like page in print 1 of, if you want to print 3 pages, then your application will display print in page 1 of 1. Then again when you are calling the second run of for loop, then again your application will say printing page 1 of 1, printing page 1 of 1, printing page 1 of 1. Like that, one by one those jobs are sent to printer. But that's not the correct way, accepted way. So to do that, you have a property called has more pages inside this print page event tasks class. So when we set that property to true, then this print document class knows that there are more pages to print, because of this value is true. So if you didn't use this if conditions and all of these, and if you just use this, then this will become, when we draw the string and print to pass to this print document, then again the print document class look for this property. If it is true, then again he is calling this same print method again and again. So if you just use this part, what will happen is it will infinitely call this print page again and again. So to control that, and get the desired pages that we want, we have to give specific values. If you want to print 2 pages, we have to control it, this property to only run only twice. For that I have used if conditions. That's why I have created a variable called t, and now I am going to uncomment this and this one. Now here what's happening is, now if I want to print 2 documents, now it will first come to this if statement and see whether t is less than 2. As for the first time I have initialized t as 0, so yes, it is true, because 0 is lesser than 2. Then that condition satisfies, then it comes inside, then it will draw this string, and after that it will increase the t by 1. Then again it will check whether this t is less than 2. Now the t is incremented by 1, so the value of t is 1. So yes, this condition also true, because here 2 is 1 is less than 2, so it will go here and set this has more pages property to true. Then it will exit from this method. Then the print document class, inside that print document class, it will see whether there are more pages to print by looking at this property. Now in this previous run, it is assigned as true. Now what this print document class will do is, it will again call this print page method. Then it will again come to this if statement. Now the t is 1, so 1 is less than 2. Now that condition is true. Then it will again draw a string like this, the same string, and it will again increase the t by 1. Now the current value of t is 2. Now when checking whether 2 is less than t, now this condition become false. So the else part runs, and the has more pages will be equal to we set this has more pages to false, and then exit from the method. And inside this print document method, it will check whether this has more pages, there are more pages to print. Now since we have set it to false, now print document class know that there are no more pages to print, and it will stop executing this print page method and send those jobs to printer. Send that job to printer to print the document. That's what happening here. Now we'll run this program and see whether we are getting 2 copies. I will give mail printing 2 copies. If I click print, I have to give a name to save this. Print 2b, I will give it as 2b, then save. Then the output of that printout is saved into my desktop as printer 2b. Then I will close this application, and here is my document. So I will go here. Now you will see there are 2 pages printed. in a one document you can see two. But if you invoke that if you invoke this print method again and again, you won't get the output, 2 pages output to this one document. You will get separate two documents, because it will be treated as two separate print jobs. So that's how this printing code works. So if you think this tutorial helps you, please like my YouTube video, and please do subscribe me. And if you have any questions, you can ask. And also if you have time, you can I have put my link below. You can go to my Facebook page and put a like there, so you can get all the updates from me. So that's all for this tutorial. Thanks for listening.